Coming up next on This Week in Torrance, in celebration of Women's History Month, El Camino holds a conference to help women in non-traditional employment roles.
Plus, looking for a brighter smile, we'll take you to the grand opening of a new and unique dental office.
Then we'll tell you what brings LA County Supervisor Don Knabe to Torrance.
And Torrance detectives solve a case that's been cold for 22 years. We'll show you how they did it. These stories and much more are just seconds away.
Your local news starts right now.
Hello everyone and welcome to This Week in Torrance. I'm Jin Chun.
And I'm Ben McCain. Thanks for joining us. Here are your top stories. With 24 hours to spare before their deadline, the American Youth Soccer Organization, or AYSO, raised the funds for the 2014 Rose Float. More than $100,000 was donated by AYSO regions, areas, sections, and individuals from across the U.S. to make this possible. The theme for next year's float is Torrance, birthplace of AYSO. 2014 will mark the 50th anniversary of the organization and the 100th anniversary of Torrance's involvement in the Rose Parade. Even though their goal was met, donations are still welcome to help enhance the float and to the activities during the parade. To contribute, visit ayso.org.
Torrance recognized 3 South High students for their efforts to improve the environment. Kelly Bright created Trash-Free Tuesdays, a program that teaches elementary students the benefits of recycling. Emily Bagnell began a composting program at Riviera. Also at Riviera, Kelly Bagnell created an outdoor education area, lesson plans and bulletin boards on topics including the carbon footprint and watershed, as well as renovating an existing school garden. At Torrance's Environmental Quality and Energy Conservation Commission, the 3 students showed off a PowerPoint presentation about their efforts and received the Green Pride in Torrance Award.
Local Torrance business Convey joined forces with United Cerebral Palsy of Los Angeles to celebrate National Developmental Disabilities Awareness Month. As a result, Convey donated a cruiser wheelchair to a 9-year-old, a young lady by the name of Samantha Thomas. Her old wheelchair would not fit in her mother's car, making it difficult to go to doctor's appointments or other daily activities. Convey invented the adaptive assisted wheelchair and has helped special needs children and their families since 1976. United Cerebral Palsy operates more than 41 program sites throughout Southern California and has extended its mission to serve all people with developmental disabilities.
A new dental facility opened up in Torrance and is pulling out all the stops. Residents looking to get braces or a new family dentist will be happy to hear about the opening of PCH Smiles in Torrance. The location is high-tech and has state-of-the-art dental and orthodontic equipment. The practice's specialty is same-day treatments such as in-house crowns in just 2 hours. At the grand opening, the Torrance Chamber of Commerce welcomed the team to the city. After cutting the ribbon, Dr. Walter Jefferson quickly rushed back to see his patients. Jefferson has several dental offices located across Southern California. Right now, the practice is running a special $50 for a cleaning, exam, and digital x-rays.
How would you like to win a new car? Well, here's your chance. Local company Edelbrock is celebrating their 75th anniversary with a big giveaway. Edelbrock is one of the nation's premier design, manufacturer, and distributor of performance replacement parts for cars, and they decked out a 2013 Ford Mustang that you could win. The Mustang was upgraded on an episode of Horsepower TV and features an Edelbrock E-Force supercharger, Ford racing suspension, and much more. Vic Edelbrock personally chose and designed this anniversary edition Mustang. In addition to the car, the winner will receive a round trip for 2 with VIP accommodations to the 2013 SEMA show in Las Vegas, where you will be Vic Edelbrock's personal guest. The Mustang will be presented to the winner at the show. You can enter the contest online. Just visit Edelbrock.com.
Patient safety just got a boost thanks to Torrance Memorial Medical Center. The hospital expanded its use of capnography technology for patients using patient-controlled analgesia pumps. The technology measures how effectively patients are breathing by monitoring the amount of carbon dioxide being exhaled. This allows for the earliest indication of shortness of breath, allowing medical staff to take action before serious complications can happen. Torrance Memorial also uses capnography during advanced cardiac and pediatric advanced life support as recommended by the American Heart Association guidelines.
The mayor and city council members were back in session this week. Here's an update on the latest meeting. The Pacific Gateway Workforce Investment Network made a presentation to the council. Their mission is to help job seekers connect to quality employment as quickly as possible and to help businesses connect to a skilled workforce. The short meeting was adjourned in memory of Leonard Dutch Holland, who passed away March 13th at the age of 82. Dutch was heavily involved with volunteer work, including serving 25 years with the Torrance Rose Float Association, where he served as Logistics and Transportation Director. In 2008, the Torrance Area Chamber of Commerce recognized Dutch with its Distinguished Citizen Award for achievements significant to the community and general welfare of the people of Torrance. Dutch is survived by his loving wife of 56 years, Betty, their children, Dale and Patty, and grandchildren, Jeff, Brandon, and Amanda. You can catch replays of this week's council meeting right here on City Cable 3 on Time Warner Cable or Verizon Fios Channel 31 every Wednesday and Thursday night at 10 and Friday and Saturday and Sunday at 10 a.m., 3 p.m., and 8 p.m. You can also watch online at torranceca.gov. Coming up, a 22-year-old case that many thought could not be solved. We'll show you how the Torrance Police Department did it.
And if you think there aren't any jobs for women in technology, think again, as we'll take you to an event helping women find non-traditional jobs. But first, here's the current temperature outside.
In honor of Women's History Month, the local college has found a way to help girls in our community find out-of-the-box jobs. Julie Parton tells us more.
All right, who's next?
It's not often that you come across a female trash truck driver or construction worker. El Camino College and Women in Non-Traditional Employment Roles, also known as Winter, is trying to smash those stereotypes.
I believe what we're doing here is opening their eyes of a different world out there, that women really can do the job.
The conference highlighted key economic areas where women tend to overlook opportunities. In order to give participants a taste of the occupations, they set up hands-on workshops and included activities such as combat training and trying on full fire safety suits.
Today is more than just a job fair. It's about empowering women with information. A lot of women and girls aren't aware of the careers that they can have in technology and non-traditional fields.
Most of the non-traditional jobs featured at the show pay about 20 to 60% more than minimum wage. The day featured women from each occupation telling their personal success story and recruiting for their field.
The only trade that would take me was the cement masons, and basically because they thought I was going to quit. That's basically what they took me. But the very first day that I was on it, I loved it. I love the intensity. There's a huge career in any construction field. There's a huge career.
It's a challenge. You'll be able to meet eye to eye with the men in your home and the men in the outside world.
El Camino had over 200 women and girls in attendance from the South Bay and received lots of motivating feedback.
We're pleasantly surprised at the outcome, and we're very excited with the number of students, a majority from the high schools.
Just because we're women, it shouldn't be less than what men get to do.
ECC hopes that it will increase enrollment in their industry and technology programs in the coming years. I'm Julie Parton for City Cable.
Thank you, Julie. The organizers of the event were excited when companies were giving job interviews to women on the spot. For more information on Women's History Month activities in Torrance, visit the event page on elcamino.edu.
LA County Supervisor Don Knabe recently paid a visit to Torrance. Reporter Wealthy Jenner has his encouraging words.
I'm honored to be here as we do our 2013 Lunch with Our Leader and Supervisor Don Knabe.
LA County Supervisor Don Knabe stands by the people of Torrance.
Torrance has done a great job working within the resources that they have as well too, to be ready. I mean, they've had to make some tough decisions. We all have, and they've not been, fun things to do. But from a position standpoint, it's better to make the decisions early so you're prepared when the good things happen.
Supervisor Knabe's plans for Torrance include issues about the county's budget, Clean Water Initiative, and his Safe Surrender program.
Obviously, to continue to work with Torrance and to all the South Bay cities as it relates to their infrastructure, the roads and tree trimming, all the kinds of things that we have to do, but are really, really important. The other issue, obviously, is flood control issues, beach issues, all that impact the South Bay.
Nearly 200 Torrance supporters came together to hear Supervisor Knabe's encouraging words.
What I bring to the table is because, I represent 2 million people in 28 cities, the ability to bring people together to solve the problems.
Although LA County has the second largest public health system in the country and sees 2.9 million outpatients, Supervisor Knabe is confident in his abilities.
We're all in this together. And so whatever we do, it's not just a Torrance issue or a Hermosa issue or a Redondo issue or a Palos Verdes issue. These are all regional issues.
Supervisor Knabe's approach has worked now for over 15 years, and he couldn't have done it without the help of his supporters.
As you slide down the banisters of life, may the splinters never point the wrong way.
For This Week in Torrance, I'm Wealthy Jenner.
Thanks, Wealthy. Knabe also congratulated Terry Nishimura from Pediatric Therapy Network as this year's Distinguished Citizen of the Year.
The Torrance Police Department issued a warning recently in response to what some are calling the mad dumper.
It is considered illegal dumping. It is a Torrance Municipal Code violation, and it could be a hefty fine if these persons are caught.
The warning comes after a large pile of tree trimmings were found in the middle of the 2700 block of Claire Ellen Street. Police warn that it is illegal to dump debris on any city street. If you have any information on the illegal dumping, please call the Torrance Police non-emergency number at 310-328-3456.
Torrance police cracked a nationwide theft ring that targeted many South Bay stores selling high-priced technology. 4 Chicago residents, 2 women and 2 men, were arrested and pled not guilty to multiple counts of conspiracy to commit commercial burglary and grand theft. The suspects allegedly admitted to detectives that they are responsible for 17 thefts that netted more than $3 million in stolen goods. A 4-month investigation revealed that the group, who are members of a Polish gypsy family, targeted stores in California all the way to Florida. They would steal high-priced hard drives and other electronics by putting them inside the women's oversized purses and clothing while the men shielded them from view. The suspects claimed they committed the crimes to pay off a $2 million debt their family owed.
The Torrance Police Department continues their streak of solving cases. The forensic team has used DNA evidence to close a 22-year-old cold case. Brittany Ben has more on the story.
Kennedy Kemp's blood sample sat in the coroner's office for more than 2 decades untouched. But 22 years later, thanks to the efforts of the Torrance Police Department, the sample was used to solve a murder mystery. Back in September of 1990, Luis Herrera was strangled to death in Los Angeles, and his body later discovered in Venice. Despite detectives' efforts, his killer was never caught, and the homicide was suspended as a cold case.
Cold cases are simply a result of an exhaustion of all investigative leads. So after a period of time, if the investigating agency doesn't have any more evidence to look at, they have no more clues, they have no more people to talk to, eventually they'll have to move on to something newer, more recent case.
After rediscovering the blood sample in April, Sergeant Scott Turntine urged Bockrath to send it in for processing using the DNA database CODIS.
The database is basically a computer program, and it runs all the time and is searched every week. And evidence samples submitted by the crime labs are compared to reference samples that are put in by the DOJ.
Using the grant money awarded to the department by the National Institute of Justice in 2012, Torrance detectives were able to crack the case, and hopefully more like it in the future.
And we use that money to go back and look at cold cases and basically try to process evidence, get samples in the database, see if we can solve them.
The growing CODIS system has allowed DNA analysis to play a large role in aiding ongoing investigations.
It reinforces the dedication to pursuing cold cases, and oftentimes they are solvable. DNA doesn't solve every case, but it does solve a lot of them sometimes.
Thanks to the growing technology and the department's dedication to solving open cases, they've been able to identify over 500 suspects in the past 3 years. For This Week in Torrance, I'm Brittany Bin.
Thank you, Brittany. While the Torrance DNA Lab is currently under reconstruction, a new lab is set to open this summer with state-of-the-art technology, allowing them to solve even more cold cases and property crimes. Coming up after the break, Torrance is celebrating its 40th anniversary with Sister City Kashiwa in Japan. We have a guest in studio to tell us about the upcoming trip.
But first, here's your 5-day forecast.
Just lying here, don't you see me? Pick me up, pick me up. If I'm lying here, can't you see me? Pick me up, pick me up.
As a first-time Olympian, it was a true honor for me to represent Team USA in London. I'm also proud to represent another great team, the multiple who sponsors Swim for MS, a national fundraiser where you can create your own swim challenge. Anything from swimming laps for pledges to jumping cannonballs for cash. If you love swimming like I do, register today at swimforms.org.
The Sister Cities program was started by President Dwight Eisenhower to foster world peace through people-to-people contacts. This year, Torrance is celebrating its 40th anniversary with Sister City Kashiwa, Japan. In the coming week, council members and delegates from the city will travel to Japan, and to tell us all about it, we have a very special guest in the studio with us, the TSCA 40th Anniversary Chairperson, Hazel Taniguchi. And you look great in that you've got your Japanese outfit on.
Yes, I have.
How many people from Torrance are going, Hazel?
24 of us will be going, and that includes Mayor Scotto and 4 city council members, plus TSCA members.
Mayor Scotto tells me that when they take these trips, you guys take these trips,
Yes.
they roll out the red carpet.
They certainly
and the
do.
food is incredible.
Incredible, if you like Japanese food.
Yeah, tell us about the agenda. What's on the agenda?
The agenda is always fabulous. First of all, when we reach our hotel, there will be a small reception by the Torrance Committee of the Kashiwa International Relations Association. So, right away, we're treated like honored guests. tired though we are, it's okay. We love seeing them. And then we're going to be doing things like a tour of an estate with a lot of history and culture. And this is the family of the Kikkoman soy sauce factory. And it's really beautiful. Oh, the grounds are so beautiful, and there's so much Japanese history right there where they live. We're going to be taking a tour of Tokyo one day, and we'll be treated royally by the mayor. He's going to sponsor a dinner for us, by the Kashiwa City Assembly, the counterpart of our council, and they will be sponsoring a dinner for us. And then we also have the banquet, which will host probably about 200 people. We're also going to Kashiwa Municipal High School to watch and listen to the award-winning band that has been here to Torrance before. And we'll be visiting with our own English teachers, 2 of them, who are assigned to the high school. There's so much to do. I really, I don't have enough time to tell you everything.
One final question. How did we become sister cities? How did this come about?
It came about in 1973, but prior to that, there were connections with 2 other cities, Konya, Turkey, and Guatemala City. Those did not work out because of political reasons. And then we got this lead. Someone, I think in the Lions Club, knew somebody in Kashiwa, and so connections were made there. And luckily, both cities agreed that, yeah, this would be a great idea to become a sister city.
And it's been a fantastic 40-year relationship.
Exactly.
Hazel Taniguchi, thank you very much. I hope you guys have a wonderful trip.
We will. Thank you for having me.
Please be sure to take lots of great pictures so we can share it with our viewers here on City Cable 3. Still ahead, a contest to show off your filmmaking skills and appreciation for the Torrance Public Library. Plus, find out what's happening on the sports desk. Juan Hernandez has a preview. Don't go away.
I used to dread getting up and going to work.
I was done with the corporate grind.
I was tired of being a starving artist.
I started looking around for a business that I believed in, and I kind of wanted to do something a little more green.
For all my kids, my art is my passion. My school mentor helped me take the first step.
He helped me create a business plan and helped me implement it.
Feels like you're not in it alone.
How to expand
my business.
If you get a solid foundation laid, everything else falls in place.
Their talent helps me be successful at mine.
My SCORE mentor has been tremendously helpful in the marketing of my business.
Every person I've encountered with SCORE is so incredibly passionate about what they do.
SCORE helped me to make the unimaginable possible, all for free.
For free.
I could not have done it alone. I'm here because of SCORE.
I'm here because of SCORE.
I'm here because of SCORE.
Get your free business mentor at score.org.
Attention filmmakers, the Torrance Public Library is having a special video challenge for library users. Create a video between 3 and 7 minutes long on why the Torrance Library is important to you, and you'll have a chance to win an award. Have your film featured on Torrance City Cable and the library website. For all of the contest rules and deadlines, visit torranceca.gov and follow the links to the library video contest. Now let's go out to the sports desk where Juan Hernandez has a preview of what's to come.
Juan, what do you have for us?
Hey there, This Week in Torrance. Thanks for checking in with us here on the sports desk. Look at something we got coming up this week. Clint Mathis, World Cup soccer great, in town, teaching some of the young athletes around here, well, his love of the game and starting with the basics. We got 6-year-olds, 7-year-olds, all the way up to 13-year-olds learning from one of the best. We've also got some baseball, some softball, and of course an update on the Bishop Montgomery Knights. If you want to see all that this week, you're going to have to check in with us 4 p.m. and 9:30 p.m. right here on City Cable 3.
Well, that's going to do it for us on This Week in Torrance. I'm Ben McCain.
And I'm Jen Chun. If you've missed any portion of our show, you can catch us again at 11 a.m. and 6 p.m. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time.